Today, I'm going to explain how to use Binance Futures on mobile. I can't say Binance Futures is very easy, but it's not that hard either. Today, I'll explain everything step by step in a way that everyone can understand. And by the end of this video, you'll have no questions left about futures and will be able to start using it comfortably. But before that, there's a very important unboxing I need to do. You see a ring box in front of me. Before starting the video, I need to put on my Binance ring. And of course, let's also put on our Binance badge, and yes, we've put on both the Binance ring and badge. Let's hope this brings us luck in our futures trades. Also, keep in mind that there may be parts in the video you already know. For example, if you already know how to activate a futures account, there's a time bar below, so you can skip directly to the part you need. Alright, let's get started. Here we are again at our old familiar place. I'll explain everything quickly. I won't waste any of your time. We've opened our phone and right now I'm in the App Store, friends. Now I typed Binance into the search bar. So how can you tell if the app is a scam or legit? Look, it has 288,000 reviews. I'm clicking on the app and here I tap Get, friends. After downloading the app, I press Open to launch it. Once the app opens, you'll see Sign Up and Login here. I clicked on Sign Up Login and look, it says Create a Binance account below. I'm clicking on this. I come to this page. I enter my email. Look, what's my email? Subscribe now. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel right away. I said I accept the terms and press Next. A code was sent to my email. Look, we can see our code, 477-910. And it asks me to enter a password. Guys, please do not forget to diligently use a combination of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, and also numbers here in this specific field. I have now successfully pressed the next button to proceed. And stop right there. You see a check mark here, but I'm at the most important part. It says, do you have an inviter? Is there someone who invited you? Here, you will click yes and enter the code QT81OOB0, friends. This gives you a commission discount. Especially in futures trading, our commission expenses increase. Don't forget to enter this code. In the long run, this saves you a significant amount, and with that money, you can go and buy yourself new coins. Then we click Next. Here, your identification information comes up. I said okay and clicked Continue. Friends, here you enter your first name, last name, date of birth, and ID number. You click Continue and verify your identity by scanning these two. That's all, and it's great. We've downloaded our app. We opened our Binance account and completed identity verification. Now we're entering an exciting new world. Look at the bottom right, it says Futures. When I click on Futures, let's say I had already created my Binance account before, but you're activating Futures for the first time. Here, you can also enter a commission discount code. As you can see on the screen right now, by entering the USD10 referral discount code, you can get a discount on your transactions. We entered and clicked on Open Now, and here at first, it gives us a warning. It says that futures trading is a bit risky. It brings up a quiz to teach you about these risks. We click on Start Quiz. 14 questions appear in front of us. Friends, try to read, understand, and learn these. But let's say you made a mistake. Binance shows you the correct answer in green. And by clicking on those green answers and hitting Next, 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 you can get through this quiz section. And thankfully, we've passed the quiz as well. Our futures trading account has been opened, and I moved on to the assets section. Now, I'm going to transfer my money from the spot to futures here. Let me say this right from the start. No matter how badly you trade in futures, the spot wallet and the futures wallet are separate, and I clicked on assets at the bottom right. And let me always ask this question at the very beginning. Now I'm going to transfer money from my spot wallet to my futures wallet. People always ask this. If I make a really bad trade in futures, will I lose the money in my spot wallet or go into debt? There's no such thing. You can lose all your money in futures, but it doesn't affect your spot wallet, friends. Now I'm in the overview section. Look, it's at the top left and I'm clicking on transfer. Now look, here it asks for from and to. I'm choosing from as spot from the spot wallet. And for to, I'm selecting USDM futures because I'm going to transfer money to the futures side. I selected USDT as the currency. And let's transfer $1,000. I clicked confirm and then clicked on my futures. Look, in the available section, there is now 1,000 USDT and I'll be opening trades with this. The first thing I want to explain is leverage in trading. As the title of this video suggests, it's about leverage. Look, when I click on the place where it says 5x, you can increase or decrease this up to 75x or even up to 125x on some accounts. Let's keep it at 10x, friends, and let me explain the logic behind this a bit. Now, I have $1,000 here, right, friends? I selected 5x leverage, and let's say I'm going to enter a trade with $1,000 using 5x leverage. What this means is, if Bitcoin increases by 10%, 10% times 5x is 50%. I make $500. So, in fact, I end up making a 50% profit. If Bitcoin increases by 20%, that's 20% times my 5x leverage. I will have made 100% profit. My $1,000 margin will return to me as $2,000. So, I made $1,000. If I go long, that is. But if it drops by 20%, I lose all my money. As you notice, in spot trading, your money doesn't get wiped out. But here, I could lose all my money. I'll show you with live examples, don't worry. Now we've understood the logic of leverage. Now look, it says isolated and cross here. I'll explain what this means. But first, I'm switching this position to Bitcoin. I've opened the BTC USDT pair. I have 5x leverage, and I wanted to explain it with isolated first. Look, I'm opening a position of about $260 in Bitcoin. When I scroll down, it says I've opened a position worth $259. This is shown in the margin, and at the top under available, I have $750 of free funds. The logic in isolated is this. If my isolated position gets liquidated, the remaining $750 in my futures wallet is unaffected. And the part you need to pay attention to is that my liquidation price is $94,290. Make a note of this. You'll see this come up in a moment. Now, to understand the difference, I also need to show it in cross mode. I immediately closed the position and chose cross instead of isolated. And I opened the same position again. I confirmed it. Look, I still have $750 showing as available. I opened a position worth about $250, but here, if my position gets liquidated, it doesn't just take away that $250 margin, it also wipes out the remaining $750 left in the wallet. In other words, I lose the entire $1,000 in my futures wallet. So why would I open a cross position? A moment ago, I had you memorize something. What was that? The liquidation price. Now let's take a look at the liquidation price. $25,750. For my position to be liquidated, Bitcoin needs to drop to $25,750. What did it need to be in isolated? I would have been liquidated if it reached about $94,000. That's the logic behind cross. If you're a professional, use cross, but if you're just starting out, you can make your first attempts with isolated. Now we've understood the cross and isolated concepts. We've understood the leverage amount. Let me close this position. Let's open a position together. Now look, when you click on the place that says market here, there are two separate options, limit and market. First, I clicked on limit. Right now, I don't want to open a position. But let's say if Bitcoin drops to $110,000, open a position for me. For how much? Look, the cost here refers to my margin amount, which is increasing below. Right now, it's $286. I want to open a position for $330. Look, a position hasn't been opened for me below. However, a new order has been opened for me in the open orders section. I will only enter a futures position when the Bitcoin price drops to that level. This is the limit section. Now, let's cancel this order. You want to open a position and you want to do it quickly. In that case, friends, if you click on market, let's open a position from the market. Now, friends, I entered an isolated position worth $259 and my position has been opened. My margin is $259. If I want to increase this, I can click the plus here and add more margin. What do we see? Look, we see that it's isolated at 5 times leverage. I've opened an isolated position and my leverage is 5 times. So if Bitcoin increases by 20%, I make 100% profit. And my money, that is my margin, doubles. I'll have about $500 and my position size, 259 times 5 is 1,292 USDT. The entry price, as it's called, is the price of Bitcoin when I entered, which was $117,471. Right now, it's at $117,450. The P&L shows that I'm currently at a loss of $0.26, so I'm down 26 cents. The ROI shows that I'm at a loss of 0.06%. The percentage-wise liquidation price is very important. If Bitcoin drops to $94,249, in other words, if it falls by 20% at 5 times leverage, I lose my entire position. Now, in this position, we can change the leverage in the leverage section. If we click close, we immediately close the position. Look, I clicked on the close section. There's a bar below the position. If I want to close the entire position, I set it to 100%. If I want to close half of it, I enter 50%. For example, if I set it to 100% and confirm, I will close this position with a loss of 31 cents. So how do we set take profit or stop loss? Here, you see TPSL. I clicked on this. For example, I said if Bitcoin reaches $125,000, I make 82 USDT profit. Let's also enter a stop loss here. If the position drops below $113,000, close my position. Here, I incur a loss of $49. So, I can enter both orders simultaneously in the upward direction as well. For example, let's say confirm. I confirmed it. Look, there are two orders in open orders right now. One is take profit and the other is stop market, stop limit. I went back to my position again. Now let's quickly open a short position as well. I came and with close, I'm $1/2 in profit by the way. Thank you. I closed my position. Now let's quickly try a short as well. A short position of about $250. This time I clicked the one below. Here, if the price goes down, I'll make a profit. If it doesn't go down, look for example, compared to the price I entered, it dropped a little. I'm making money. So you can also open a short and make money when the market is falling, friends. Now, we've come to our last topic, and that's funding. Look, it says funding countdown. There are 24 minutes left. Every 8 hours and 3 times a day, a funding fee is charged from us. So how do you calculate this, friends? What is my current position size? It's $1,291 in USDT. Multiply that by the funding rate, which is 0.01 divided by 100. This is the funding rate I will pay or receive every 8 hours. If you want to find this out, you can click on History and select Funding Fee from the top to see the funding you paid every 8 hours. So, will I pay or will I receive? For example, I just opened a short position and there is no sign in front of the funding fee. That means it's positive. So, since I opened a short position, the long traders will pay me. If it had been negative, it would have meant there were more short sellers. In that case, the amount I mentioned would be paid by those who opened short positions to those who opened long positions. I hope everything has been very clear. We put on our Binance face, wore our Binance badge, and I think we experienced a great futures video together. In fact, we even made a small profit on both long and short positions. What does this mean? It really brought good luck. I hope your trades bring you luck as well. You can support us by liking our video. It's very important that you ask in the comments about the parts of futures you don't understand. Your questions help shape our next videos, and as a result, we create higher quality videos that are easier for you to understand. So don't hesitate to ask. Also, don't forget to enter a referral code when opening your account or activating your Binance account, friends. Now, in the risk section, I'm going to explain 2 precautions to you. Here's the first one. If you have a total of $10,000, you can transfer at most $1,000 of your assets to futures. And by you can transfer, here's what I mean. This is the tactic I use. That way, even if I get completely liquidated in futures, only 10% of my total assets are lost and I can go on with my life. The second tactic, let's say I have $1,000 in futures. Instead of opening a single position with all of it, I open 4 separate positions. I'm trying to minimize my risk a bit. And the last thing I can tell you, actually, this is the third one. And that's this. Don't set your leverage amount to 5x or higher. 5x is enough. Don't set it to 6x or above because it increases the risk. I hope this was clear. By the way, in futures trading, you can set the liquidation price to 0. I'll explain this in a video coming soon. Thanks to this, there are some situations where we can minimize your risk, even reduce it to 0. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video. See you in the next video. Goodbye.